Good morning, everybody. Good morning, people. Good morning, kids. Back on another soapbox. Another on the way to work podcast, ride to work podcast. I ain't thought of what I want to call it yet. I need to get some audio and put this on all streaming sites available, but I'm working on that. Topic of the day, something I've been thinking about, something that's been on my mind and weighing heavy on my heart, is stress. So I want to talk about stress. I feel like in society that we're in, that stress is depicted as something negative, where in my mind I feel like stress is needed. The better able you are to handle and deal with and facilitate stress, the better outcome, the better prepared you are for the world we live in. Because it's full of stressors every day. Your body's constantly under stress, just trying to stay balanced. Like everything your body does is just trying to stay in between a certain point. Like that's why, it's just always making different changes in order to deal with daily stresses that you're under. Some of those daily stresses, if not dealt with the right way, can lead to ailments. Like you're stressing over something, you don't know how to deal with it, you don't know how to compartmentalize it, you don't know how to handle it. You start affecting your vital signs, your blood pressure, your stress can affect your blood sugar, your cortisol, your hormones. So it's figuring out how to deal with it, physically, mentally, spiritually, just how you deal with stress. But I think stress is needed, and I think stress is needed at an early age, so you can be prepared for what life is going to bring you. Because life is going to bring you nothing but stress. Car breaks down, light bills due. That's a stressful situation. Which one do you pick? So you sit back, you weigh it out. If I pay my light bill, I keep my lights on, my food doesn't spoil, my car broke down, I don't pay that. But now can I get to work to make my money? 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. But what are the pros and cons of that's how you gotta look at it. That's how I would look at it. Okay, pros and cons of me getting in this situation. My car just broke down and my light bill's due. I haven't paid my light bill. I had a mishap last month. I didn't have any reserves, so I wasn't prepared to deal with stress that I had coming. So something happened last month, depleted my savings. I didn't get it back up. This month, car breaks down, and I depleted my savings, and the light bill is past due. Trickles downhill. Snowball gets bigger. If it can happen, it will happen. It's the compound effect. So, what I would do, I would look at the situation. Okay, this food is probably going to go bad, so I'm going to have to buy more food. I have to clean out the hours. I need to clean out the refrigerator. This isn't going to be working. This isn't going to be working. But on the other side of the coin, not having my car fixed in a good time, how far am I from work? Can I walk to work? Do I commute further for work? So is my car really a necessity? So which one outweighs the other? You handle that one to keep life moving. Then okay, clean out the refrigerator because the lights on. I'm gonna get it back on. Maybe try to make an arrangement. Figure that out. Keep my car so I can do extra work. That's how I would look at it. It's not always that simple. Now, is it just me? Or do I have kids in the house that need refrigerated food can they eat tuna out of can? They don't need to be refrigerated. It's a sucky situation, but if you deal with it, if you don't let it overcome you, you make a plan. You make a step-by-step plan of how you're going to get back to base level. Then from base level, make a step-by-step plan. How am I going to get back to having my savings, my emergency savings, back where it should be? So I'm ready for the next stress that is going to happen in my life. That's the thing about it. I think stress is good because it helps you grow. It helps you be able to deal with stuff. If my light's been cut off 10 times, the first time it's probably going to be, oh man, my lights, I don't know what to do. The second time, I'll be a little bit more prepared. Third time, I'll be a little bit more prepared. Fourth time, a little bit more prepared. By the fifth time, you should be ahead of it. See what the stress did? You had those 4 episodes of stress with the same thing. Fifth time, now I'm prepared for this to happen. So I've put myself in a better place to deal with it, or to be ahead of it, before, to catch it, to prevent it from happening. That's my journey of stress. Oh, something stressed me, okay. What can I do next time to be prepared for this? Okay, stress out. What can I do the next time to prevent this? What can I do the next time to where this won't even happen again? Preventive maintenance. Same thing with our health. This is something that I really need to take my own advice on. The stuff we put in our body, how active we are, that's preventive medicine. So sometimes stuff we put in our body stresses our body out. Our body's a well-oiled machine. It's an amazing organism, but it will prepare and adapt to whatever you give it, but it's going to create side effects. Stresses that you put on yourself, that you put in your body when you eat, are going to create side effects. Those side effects come with high cholesterol, high triglycerides, high fatty acids, and then all that stuff causes with high blood pressure, because you have pipes and you have fluids. If you're retaining more fluid, those pipes are getting too full. It's too much pressure. Your heart's working too hard just to get it through. It's too thick. It's not enough water. It's too much fat, too much sugars, just too much stuff in the blood that shouldn't be there, that your body can't filter out fast enough. So then that leads too much pressure on your heart working. You're overworking your heart. Too much for your kidneys to filter. You're overworking your kidneys. Too much for your liver to filter. You're overworking your liver. Then you start getting fatty liver. Your liver's going to scar from all the processing of poisons that it has to do. So that's self-induced stress. Now stress is like the air, what we breathe. Is it quality? Is it fog? Well, we really can't. It's out of our control at a certain level. We all can get together and try to fix it, but you got to take care of what you can take care of. I feel like that's one way to really deal with stress. Can I take care of this? Yes. How? Okay, what's my plan? Make a plan of action, and I follow that step by step. Can I control this? No. Okay, this too shall pass. It is what it is. It's life. But think about when you put your body under stress through activity. I go to the gym. I lift, and I'm either going to stress myself so much in one type of workout to where my body builds up lactic acid, trying to, because that's the byproduct of CO in your blood. So your body's your body starts becoming efficient at flushing that. So your body can withstand it longer. So then now your optimal level just went up because you just put your body into the stress. You worked so hard that your body created so much lactic acid that it burned, and your body had to become good at flushing it, or you will die. Lactic acid is toxic, but your body produces it. But your body also becomes an efficient machine at getting rid of it. You put yourself under that stress, your body adapts. First time it's gonna suck, you're gonna be sore, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that. It's just gonna suck. But each time your body gets a little bit better at doing it. You push harder, your body gets better. You stress more, your body gets better. And then you're operating at an optimal level to where your body just does it automatically. It deals with the stress. So we have to put that in our life. Push your stresses come to you. Figure out the optimal way to handle and deal with that stress and keep on moving, keep on pushing. Now, you lift something super heavy, put a lot of stress on your muscle. Your nervous system is going to adapt to that. It's going to call upon more muscle fibers the next time to complete the lift with that resistance. That's why when you lift heavy, like super heavy, you have that. It's like your nervous system is fried. Like it's harder to think a little bit because you put your body under all that stress. But now your body's gonna be prepared to do it the next time because it's gonna be like, okay, I need more. I need these muscle fibers to come back bigger, stronger. I need more of them in order to complete this task. So, and then I feel like the hardest one is the stress of people who aren't a liability in your life. I talk about this a lot of times, liability assets and being one or the other, and focus on trying to be one rather than the other. But the stress of people, stress of social, stress of wanting to be liked, wanting to fit in or wanting to be whatever cool is. that is just by being yourself, being unapologetically you. Put yourself in situations that are going to be uncomfortable, but just be unapologetically who you are. And people will gravitate towards that. Not 100% of people will gravitate towards that, because it's always going to be, everybody's not going to like everybody. That's just life. Like, everybody's not going to get along. But putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations will make you, it's stressful, but what it does, it doesn't make you, it prepares you for the next time you're in that position. Like, my son, he's a smart kid. Learning comes to him easy right now. But at the same time, we get stuff like, oh, he distracts kids in class. I'm like, man, is this work being completed? Yeah. So it's distracting kids. So he's bored. I look at that like, oh, he's not challenged enough. Now people are like, oh, let's just let him be a kid. He is a kid. He does all the things the kids do. Plays on his iPad, plays on whatever console we have, plays his sports, bothers his sister's mom. He has fun. He has an imagination. He's curious. He's a kid all the way through. But if I only give him stuff that he's overqualified for, what's going to happen when he gets to a place where, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm behind. Because it's going to happen. So I feel like as a parent, I would have failed him because I haven't stressed him out enough in life. Well, not stressed. You don't want to stress. It's just levels. It's too much. It's not enough. Then it's the middle ground. You want to stress yourself just enough to where you get that next level of stress and you can handle it because you felt stressed before. Now you have some people who grew up no stressors, life was easy, grew up, got everything they wanted, never had a challenge, and then they get to a certain age and stress comes and they're like, whoa. They're shell shocked. They have no clue how to deal with life. So you have those people who start dealing with anxiety, the depression, the chemical imbalance of mental health that hasn't been taken care of. Now, let's circle back to what I said earlier. Stress affects you mentally, physically, physiologically. I missed that one last time. And spiritually. Now, physiologically, if you're stressing, you're stressed. You're dealing with stress. You're dealing with, or you haven't dealt with enough stress, and now you're dealing with enough stress, and it's changing. It's affecting your hormone balance. because our body is always trying to be balanced. That's another thing. Like, I'm not a balanced person. I could take that back. I think I work hard, but I play harder in spurts, in smaller increments. I play harder. that's my balance. It's weird, but it equals out. It balances it up. But being imbalanced is what they say. Like, there's a chemical imbalance. Chemical imbalance is your hormones aren't balanced, so it causes you to think a certain type of way. It causes you to act a certain type of way. It causes you to fear. It causes you to deal with life in a certain type of way that's not conducive to you or to the people around you. Now, if you're harming yourself and you're not harming anybody around you, and that's your choice, have fun. Enjoy what you like. But that's my hypothesis. Just hypothesis. Just my opinion on not growing up and not having enough stress put on you. Not being introduced to stress early enough to where you know how to deal with it. And that's just simply being able to work through things. Having your parents sitting there and letting you struggle at something to where you figure it out. Like, having a problem is stressful. Finding a solution to a problem is a stress reliever. But in a world where all not natural problem solvers, it comes easy to some, and it seems impossible for some. But then on the other end of that, you have too much stress. And that's maybe you didn't have all the resources. You weren't prepared for the life you live now. Not the life, like, you have too much on your plate now. And that's a real thing. That's why I think nuclear homes are good to a certain extent, but it's still not best. Like, I have a nuclear family, but I work all the time. So to my wife, sometimes she feels like a single mom. But we have that stress on us because of decisions we made. We caused that stress for ourselves. Now it's just us dealing with it. We gotta work to live, to provide. And we could just say, hey, we don't want this. We don't want this quality of life. We want a lower quality of life, and we'd be fine. But in my eyes, like, I want a higher quality of life. So I'm gonna figure out how to have that higher quality of life and balance out work life, family life. Because work is my life. And I'm always be working, whether I'm working for myself, whether I'm working for somebody, I'm always gonna work. I'm always gonna generate some sort of income. Not like, I'm not gonna depend on Social Security. That's stressful. That's a stressful thought for me. And I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, let me get ahead of the curve to where I don't have to depend on that. I don't have to stress myself out with money. Money's a huge stressor. If you have too much, you can be stressed because people got their hand out. If you don't have enough, you're stressed because people got their hand out. Because you have bills. Because you got to eat. Because nothing in this world is free. That's stressful. But if you prepare yourself for it, so like, you have to put it together like, life is a game. To be good at the game, you have to drill. Drills create habits. So just drill the good habits, you're never going to be 100% perfect. You're not going to go 100 for 100. If I go into a gym and I shoot a basketball, I'm probably go 3 for 10 from 30 feet. Probably go 5 for 10 from the free throw line. But if I drill the outcomes, if I drill and do it, if I drill good habits on my shot, I'm gonna start making more. As long as I'm singularly focused and have intense focus on what I'm trying to make better. Have intense focus on what you're trying to make better in your life, and you're going to be able to deal with stresses a lot easier, because you'll pretty much be in stress prevention. But you have to stress yourself to prevent. In order to practice stress prevention, you have to stress yourself to be prepared for the stress that you are going to prevent. If that makes sense. It makes sense to me. I'd say a lot of stuff. I get what I'm saying. But if you get what I'm saying, explain it in your words down below in the comments. I just want to see how people are interpreting some of the things I'm saying. But that's my whole thing today. This is the challenge of today. Let's go out and find a way to stress ourselves. Not too much, don't overdo it. Just put a little bit of stress on yourself. Whether it's in the gym, whether it's at work, create a deadline. That seems unrealistic. It's just a little bit, but you can put together a plan to do it. Stress yourself in your relationship. Do something uncomfortable. How do I always just caught myself? I'm always saying like I don't like being comfortable. I like being uncomfortable. That's not true all across the board in my life. Some stuff I like being uncomfortable. I thrive better being uncomfortable. But I have to take that. I'm gonna challenge myself to take that to my relationship. To do the things in my relationship that make me uncomfortable. I don't know why that's a big problem for me, but I think that's how I'm gonna challenge myself this week. Find out how you're gonna challenge yourself, whether it's at work, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's financially, whether it's physically, at the gym, somewhere in your life. Find a way to add a little bit of stress and then overcome that stress. And then make a plan to overcome it. Make daily drills you can do to overcome it, to get better. That's how you get better. You're 1% better every day. I live off. Okay, man, I'm 1% better than I was yesterday. That's how we gotta play this game. This game of life, we gotta drill till you can't get it wrong, not till you get it right. Like I showed I didn't show him. This guy showed my kid a magic trick. He was like, practice in the mirror till you can fool yourself. And I was like, drill it till you can't get it wrong. And be able to have a singular focus on what you're doing. Just watch your body, connect Get that mind-body connection so you know where you're at. But it's just stuff like that. But that's my whole soapbox for the day. This was a little bit longer one, but anybody who stood tuned or tuned in, I appreciate it. If you like hearing these talks on the way to work, like, subscribe. If you do or you don't, I'm gonna keep doing them because it's good for me. But if you like it, like. If you got a topic that you want to hear my opinion on, let me know. Yeah, so y'all have a great day. Be great and be an asset to somebody. Stress yourself out. Don't stress yourself out. Add a little bit of stress on your plate. Challenge yourself. Challenging yourself is just putting a little bit of stress on you that you can overcome. You challenge yourself to become better. It's stressful. It's uncomfortable. Do something that you don't like. Do something that you don't like today. And do something nice for somebody. Yeah, have a great day. Talk to y'all soon.